Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the art studio. Today, we're going to be drawing a buffalo. Can't believe I haven't gotten to the buffalo yet, but we're going to give it a try today. This one's a little tougher, but if you take your time, you can do it. We're going to start off with a joke today. Why did the crab never share? Why did the crab never share? Because he's shellfish. Oh. All right. Here we go. The buffalo. We're gonna start as always with some light guidelines to set up our composition and how things are gonna relate to each other. The different body parts of the buffalo. And I'm getting this today from a book by Lee J. Ames, one of his How to Draw Animal books. His books are awesome. He's an awesome artist. Check him out. You can look him up online on Amazon, and you can even get his books digital right to your computer or right to your phone. Lee J. Ames. All right, so here we go. We are going to start off with a couple circles and a couple ovals. And as always, I'm going to be drawing light, so you can erase it later at the end easy. I'm going to draw a little darker than you should, just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. So we're going to have kind of a medium-sized circle. And right next to it, we're going to have a little bit of a bigger circle. And then we're going to do kind of a big old egg shape. It's going to be a little flatter on the top, but think of like an egg. It's going to come right through here. And it's going to come out here. That's going to be in his body. Okay. All right. Now we're going to add the beginnings of his legs and the big lump on his back, and we're going to do his beard. So right through here, that's going to be like the beard on his chin. This is going to be like the big buffalo bump. And the beginning of his back leg. His back leg actually comes up and out. Up and out the back like that. And just a little bit of the other back leg. And then right here, I'm just going to make kind of a rounded rectangle shape. That's going to be his other leg. And just a little peek of the other leg. Okay? Maybe you can start to see it happening. Here's going to be his head and his body and his back legs. All right, moving on. Step number 3. We're going to have the beginning of his horn, and I'm just going to make kind of a triangle shape here. And the beginning of his face. This is going to be his face through here. And the beginning of the bottom of his legs. So we're going to have just little legs like this. Okay. And back here, we're going to have just a couple lines here and here and here and here. All right. So that was pretty easy. Step number 4, we're going to add just the beginning of his eye. It's going to be right about here. And we're going to work on the leg a little more. So we're going to have a little part of the leg here. A little part of the leg here. It's going to end up being his hoof. 2 more lines there. 2 more lines here. And that's going to, these lines here and here are going to be the beginning of his hooves. All right. Step number 5, just a couple more little details. We're going to have kind of a circle shape here. That's going to end up being his nose. We're going to give him right down below the horn. We're going to give him an ear. That's going to be for the fur on his back. A little more detail on the leg, beginning of a tail. And mostly what we're going to work on here is finishing off the hoof. So we're going to have the hoof here, the hoof here. And then we're going to do 2 more on the back here. We're going to have like that, okay? All right, now that's all the basic guidelines. Now, this one's pretty detailed. So now we're going to go in and we're going to add a lot of detail and a lot of texture. I'm going to be putting a lot of like fur, fuzzy fur on him. But before I get into that, I want to work on the details of his face so you can see what's going on here. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like the top of his nose, and then his nose comes out, and we're just going to give him a nostril here. I'm really going to darken that up. And then this guy, you can't quite see his mouth. His mouth is kind of hiding behind this big beard shape here. Now, right about here where we had the placement for the eye, I'm going to give him his eye. Okay. One more detail on the ear. And then I'm going to start to fill in the fur. Here's the horn. And all this is filled in with fur. And a little line there between the two sides of the hoof. Okay, so up over the top, we have a little bit of texture here. And then I'm going to have quite a bit of texture across the top. And the back leg. Get that tail drawn in. Just darkening up the back leg. And then we've got some overlap here, right? We're going to have this other leg is back behind the body. So we're going to have just peeking out a little bit. Okay. And then the other leg, I want to draw that in too. It's kind of disappearing. Add in my horizon line just to give them kind of some placement. Then I could go in there with my marker if I wanted to, or I think what I'm going to do with this one is probably use some brown colored pencil on it. And I'm going to go in with my eraser and all those guidelines that we had before, I can take those away. If you erased a little bit of some of your textures, you can go back in there. And then you can just start filling it in as much as you want and coloring it in as much as you want. And really bring out the texture. And there you go. There is the buffalo. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you.